Hello everyone, welcome back to Conversation With. This is my very first video. But before I get started, I wanted to say thank you to all the people that subscribed. Please tell people because there'll be more coming. I also want to give a shout out to Salomon Leroy, who is my first subscriber, and I also want to give a shout out to Salomon Leroy is my first comment. Salomon Leroy is my first comment, and I want to give a shout out to Asna Tonya, who is my first subscriber. Today, I wanted to have this conversation about Christian persecution. This topic specifically got me is the topic that actually made me want to get involved with YouTube and actually want me to speak my own piece on YouTube. So I'm not gonna dwell too much into it. I just want to get straight into it. The person I want to talk about today is Aasia Bibi. Aasia Bibi was jailed in Pakistan for life, for death. Actually, she was put on death row in Pakistan for arguments she had with a few women at a fruit market. Those women claimed that she blasphemed against the Islamic faith, against the Prophet Mohahmed. And anyone who has ever been in Pakistan will know that in the 1980s there was a law that was put against people blaspheming against Pakistan, and not against Pakistan, against the Islamic faith. So the first law came up in 1980 where if you're a Muslim and you're not acting as a Muslim, or you're disrespecting the Muslim faith, or you're not acting as you should as a Muslim, you get to spend 3 years in prison. And there was another law in 1982 where if you disrespect the Quran or badmouth the Quran, you will spend your whole entire life in prison. And the one that actually made me laugh was in 1986, where if you disrespect the Prophet Muhammad, then you will get put to death in prison, which is actually very funny to me because they put in a man, Prophet Muhammad, and the word of God above the word of God. So Prophet Muhammad is right here and the word of God is here, because you die here and you just spend the rest of your life in prison here. So let's just get into it. So basically, after that argument happened, a mob followed Aasia Bibi to her home. They beat her up, and they also said that she accepted the accusation. She confessed that she did blaspheme against the Islamic faith, which is a fact that till this day she still denies. And so basically, I believe that the mob just beat her up, and in order for them to stop, she just told them what they wanted to hear. And on top of that, so now Aasia Bibi has been released from prison. She has been acquitted of all charges, and but the people in Pakistan are not happy about it. They want her to be hung. They want her to be. They basically want her to die. They want the government to rescind the law of her being a free woman, which I think is ridiculous, because the law has been said. She has been released, and the fact that she was put in prison in the first place wasn't even correct to their own law, because there was no definite proof that she said what she said. Also, there was a man called Punjab. There was a Punjab governor called Salman Taseer. He was one of the people advocating for Aasia Bibi's release during that time. Who was claiming that the Pakistani what's the word I'm looking for? Pakistani blasphemy law were too harsh. So he was one of the people advocating for her. But Mr. Salman Taseer got murdered by a man called Mumtaz Kadri. Mumtaz Kadri has then been executed by the Pakistani government, but the people in Pakistan who claim to love God and claim to be people of God made a shrine from him and for him, and started celebrating him as a hero, which I find is very weird, because from what I can understand, the Quran still follows the laws of the Mosaic law, and it actually got me to read my Bible again. So well done to them. And I actually went on Exodus, and from what I could remember, the Lord said, "You shall not make unto yourselves an image from heaven or earth or the water down below to bow down to or serve, because I am a jealous God, visiting the iniquities of the fathers and the children to the third and the fourth generation to those who hate me." God is basically saying you will not make yourself anything else for you to praise on. You will not build statues, you will not build shrines, and you will not definitely celebrate murderers, because I am God and I'm the only one you should be celebrating. Yeah, those people who claim to be against people blasphemizing against God are the same people who are doing the same thing and celebrating terrorists. And Aasia Bibi also asked for asylum in England, and at first she was rejected, which I think was ridiculous, because the English government is a Christian country, and as they can see the injustice that was happening in Pakistan, and the clear threat of life that was put against Aasia Bibi, they should have been the first one to actually put their hands up and say, you can come to our country. But no, they didn't. They did not accept Aasia Bibi at first, but now they have, because people actually went to the embassies and protested against that ruling, and England has now changed their tune. And the reason why they denied her asylum was because they were saying there will be an uproar, which is already happening in Pakistan, and the English people will not be safe, and the the English embassy in Pakistan will be attacked, which I think is ridiculous, because if you're in a country that beds in terrorists like Al Qaeda and Bin Laden, of course it doesn't matter whether you're taking Aasia Bibi or not, your people are not going to be safe because they don't like you in the first place. Now, it actually got me all that talk and all that conversation actually got me thinking, and I went and researched on this guy named I went on some research, and I found out a name of a guy called Dr. Atola Majorani. Dr. Atola Majorani is the former minister in culture and in the Islamic guidance. And Dr. Majorani wrote a book, and in his book he advocated for the death of a man called Salman Radish. Salman Radish is a UK citizen who lives in the UK, and he's an actual citizen of the UK. Yet Dr. Ataola Majorani, when he had some argument with his government, the British government took him in and gave him asylum. Yet there's this woman in Pakistan who is being threatened, who her life is being threatened by the people that are meant to be her family, and the English government decided not to do anything. Dr. Mahajirani also is one of the people who insults and continues to insult the English government. In fact, he said that the English government was one of a weird government and weird people, yet they still allow him to stay. I mean, in my book, if you don't want to stay here because you think the people are weird, the door is open for you. You can leave at any point in time. But he won't, because the English government are willing to be insulted just so they can please the world, and people can say that they're good. But when it actually matters, they actually don't do anything. So my question for today is, should the English government should be ashamed? Yes. Should the English government stop? But the actual question for the day, and this is the actual question I want you guys to all think about, should the English government still carry on dealing with people who claim, as the English government who claims to be a Christian country, should they carry on dealing with people who persecute against Christians and who tries to kill Christians just to make a political statement? That's the question for the day. Thank you. Subscribe. Comment down below what you think. Hopefully we can all carry on growing as a community. And please share this video, because a lot of people need to know about this story. If you already know about this story, well done. If you didn't know, well, now you know, and try to get other people to know as well. Thank you very much. My name is Roland, and I hope you will subscribe and like this video. Bye.